Sometimes you gotta be sneaky and use a little trickery if you want to get ahead. So the same way you might make a split decision to impulsively buy something that wasn't even on your list, you can make a split decision to save. And the first thing you're gonna do is save the second you say, I want that. Many of us have been here many times where you catch yourself mid-scroll ready to hit add to cart just because something looks good in the moment. That moment is golden, and it's the exact energy that marketers count on. So why not flip it for your benefit? So in other words, instead of buying the thing, open your banking app and transfer that same amount into your savings right then. No thinking, no negotiating. Because if you were impulsively ready to spend $20 on another item that you probably don't even need, that means that you're impulsively ready to save $20 for something that your future self actually cares about. Same click, different results. You can also let saving money be your good mood reward. We're conditioned to spend when we're celebrating something, whether that's a new job, the end of the work week, or maybe hitting another milestone. But what if your new version of celebrating became building stability? So instead of always treating yourself when you get a little rush or you feel proud of something that you did, you can start channeling some of those feelings into saving. For example, did you do an amazing job on your presentation at work this week? If so, instead of taking that money and treating yourself to lunch, why don't you move $20 into your savings? Or maybe you had another significant win over the past few days. If so, maybe you can move another $10 into savings. And one thing to really keep in mind is that the amount doesn't have to be huge, but it does need to be immediate. And one bonus benefit of this approach is realizing that a good mood doesn't have to be reinforced by more stuff. Next, you can use scrolling as a money cleanup tool. So instead of doom scrolling whenever you're bored, use this time to do a quick sweep through your subscriptions, your food delivery apps, and your shopping apps. And it can be as simple as setting a 5-minute timer and going down your items and finding things that you can either cancel or downgrade. Because there is a chance that you are paying for at least one item that you either forgot about or simply don't use. And that $20 or so that you might be able to save a month by canceling might seem minor, but if you redirect that same money to savings, in 12 months, that's $240 that you don't have today. Additionally, you can adopt a rule where all found money goes to savings. So the next time that money shows up unexpectedly, whether it's a refund, cash back, or a check from your auntie, don't think of all of it as extra money to spend. Think of it as a gift to your future self and immediately put at least 50% of it into savings, especially if you don't have any type of safety net. Unfortunately, most people blow unexpected money because they treat it like it doesn't count. But this is actually the easiest money to save because it was never part of your budget to begin with. And finally, you're gonna match every non-essential purchase with an equal savings deposit. So you wanna buy a $30 shirt? Okay, cool, but only do so if you're also willing to save $30. This is a great way to pause, think, and check yourself and consider whether you want it enough to double the cost. And if not, maybe you don't really want it that bad. And I really love this tactic because it keeps you from impulse buying out of boredom while turning your spending into a built-in savings trigger. Plus, the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit that can shift your mindset from instant gratification to intentional living. In which case, you're not just spending, you're also investing in your future self.